I have got to put a note on my thing, but you guys have to remind me to push record. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and say a prayer for us, and we will get started. But I was going to say that if I don't pray before our team calls, somebody just cyber smack me and say a prayer, Rachel. Okay? All right. So, God, I just thank you so much for these two beautiful ladies who are on here. They inspire me, and I'm so thankful that we are all connected this way. And God, I just praise you for who you are and the blessings that you have bestowed upon each of us. I pray that you would bless our time here together today. Pray that we would have fun, that we would learn, and that we would encourage each other and grow in the ways that you would have us, and enable us to help lots and lots of people. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. So getting started with our team. Look at Tracy King. This girl don't mess around. Okay, so Tracy King is at 18. And Tracy, guys, I need to have her talk about this sometime. She needs to do a call for us because she attracts a lot of guys. And I know that's not my market. I know that just naturally that's not my market, but Tracy attracts a lot of guys. And I want her to talk about kind of how she pairs them up with a program and stuff, because like even our husband, I mean, obviously she doesn't post about her husband or anything like that, but there are some couples who like to do this together. And I think that that's really cool that she attracts men. She's a runner. She has these running groups and stuff, but I kind of would like her to talk about that, because even some of her coaches who are just discount coaches, but she's talking to some of them about working, are guys. And I just have never attracted guys. And I just thought that was interesting. But so I'm at 10. I hit 10 this weekend. Dana is at 4. Girl, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Because Dana, if I can just say, you are probably like posting wise the most reluctant person I've ever worked with. And I don't say that, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, you are really working on overcoming your fears. And I just think it's so cool. And your story is amazing. Like, your story is amazing. We've got to like get your story just out there because you're just so motivating. And I'm so thankful that you're doing this with us. Lauren is one of our new coaches as well. She's at 2. And then Matt has 2 points as well. And so it is almost the middle of the month, and I know that summertime is slow. It's kind of slow. We're all busy, and we're going different directions. So even this business, and that was kind of my call last week, it was about summer hours and making this work for you during the summertime. So, just figure out how to do that. If your goal is just Success Club 5 every month during the summer, that's fine. If your goal is Success Club 10 and to recruit working coaches, that's great. You just got to figure out how to make it work for you. But trust me when I say that all the way across the board, the dream team, it's slow. Summertime is slow for everybody. So if you feel like you're struggling to reach people, to get contacts, there definitely are some things that we can talk about to do that. Becca, I tagged you today in Melanie's post in that Push to Diamond group. She was talking about some really good ways to, I don't know if you've been able to listen to it yet. It's a short video. Will you close that, Matt? Will you close that door for me, please? Thank you. To get into groups and kind of start friend requesting people and starting conversations. And that was a good little video that she posted for you guys who have been at this a little bit longer. And so today I wanted to talk about posting. And I wrote this here because it's not an ugly word. And I think that as coaches, and I can totally relate, that in the beginning, it is so stinking hard. And Becca could probably talk a lot to this too, because she's kind of experienced at it now. It's so hard to just start posting. I mean, just to start posting a workout selfie or posting 3 to 5 times a day. Like I did not post on Facebook as a new, before I started coaching. Like I even went back and looked at some of my photos from like 2 years ago. And all I did was post pictures of the kids. Like, and you know how Facebook will give you those memories every day or every other day or something? It was always like a photo of our kids. And I really just posted it every once in a while to share with people who were out of town. And so I didn't post on social media. I just didn't do it. And so I know that the struggle is real. But you really, if you'll just trust me, if you'll trust our trainings, posting, which is basically just being an example, proof that the products works. That's one of the 3 vital behaviors. You've got to do it. Like if you don't post on social media, if you're not adding friends on social media, if you're not using social media, you don't have a business. And social media is a blessing. Like, it can be scary as heck, but it is really and truly a blessing, and for us as coaches and lots of other network marketing companies. But that is where we run our business. So we're going to talk about posting today. And so it is, let's see, let me move on to my next slide. I never asked. I guess you guys can see this. And not only that, but posting with purpose. And what, I really kind of wanted to break this down because I feel like I say that a lot, or we hear it a lot, posting with purpose. And what does the word purpose mean? And I just looked it up. I mean, I know what it means to me, but I just looked it up. And so according to Merriam-Webster, it is the reason why something is done or used, the aim or intention of something, the feeling of being determined to do or achieve something, the aim or goal of a person, what a person is trying to do or become, etc. And so, why are we posting? Why, as coaches, do we post 3 to 5 times a day? I mean, I really hope, and I do believe that nobody in here, your goal is just to make money. I feel like everybody that is a coach on our team has a purpose. I feel like you have a God-given purpose to do this and to share what you're doing, okay? And so, definitely, we're going to talk about, and I want you guys to think about, to pray about, what is your purpose as a coach? And so, these are kind of 4 key points when you're thinking about posting. And I'm going to post these slides on our team page, but you write these down, because I kind of want to give you guys a little assignment. What works best? 1, you have to focus on your followers. You have to know who you're talking to. You have to know what these people need. And you're going to build your marketing strategy around your followers, your customers, okay? 2, you have to be consistent. You have to show up every single day on social media. You have to share that workout selfie. You have to be consistent in sharing your story. And so, storytelling, which is what we're doing, we're just telling our story, is just one of the most powerful tools that you have. And like, I listened to this Brian Tracy call that we earned for Hitting Success Club last month. Becca, did you get to listen to it? Yeah. He was talking about how, you address people's fears in whatever you're offering, whatever you're marketing, whatever you're selling. You have to address their fears through when you talk to them, or in your posts. So for me as a coach, it was about my posts. And, like he talked about, a story is the best way to do that. Tell a story about somebody who was afraid to start for fear they would fail. Tell a story about somebody who didn't have the money to get started as a challenger or as a coach, but they stuck with it. They were consistent, and they realized the value in what they were doing. Just tell a story. So you are telling your story through these posts, okay? We're going to talk about pictures. Are your pictures clear? Look at your images. Go back and see. Can you read the words that you wrote on the image? Do you need to learn how to make better images or use better lighting? I will say, I know that my lighting is not always the best in my workout pictures because we don't have overhead lights in our living room. And I have these big can light things that I could use, but I feel like it's too bright. And so I need to get a Lumi light for my phone. I mean, I need to work on my pictures. I'm going to confess that. And, obviously the biggest thing, and it says number 3 again, I don't know why, but we need to add value. That's our purpose. What type of value are you adding? We need to add value through our posts. So we're going to talk about those things. Who are you? That is something that we really need to figure out, okay? And some of you guys may already have a clear sense of self, know what your purpose is, know who you're talking to, but essentially you want to attract the person you were when you got started. You want to talk to you. Who were you whenever you signed up for the 21 Day Fix? Who were you? Who was I 2 years ago? I was desperate. I was afraid to commit. I didn't think I could stick with it. I didn't want to invest in Shakeology. Like, I want to talk to that person because that was me. I didn't really think that a challenge group would help me that much. I wasn't into meal planning. I thought it was kind of silly. I thought I can figure out what to eat and just do it, And so who are you? Who were you when you decided to take the step to order your challenge pack or to become a coach or to whatever it is? You need to figure out who you're talking to and direct your posts at that person. So, whenever I shared, this is my original coaching announcement from August of 2014. And I look back at it now, and it doesn't really, like, the wording does not reflect who I am. But the challenge group invite that I posted this past Sunday night, I can post it for you guys. You may have read it, but it tells my story. It talks to the person that I was 2 years ago. I was afraid, like I said, I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I'd stick with it, but I was so desperate because I was tired of feeling uncomfortable. I was tired of feeling like I wasn't myself. I was tired of my pants not fitting. I was tired of feeling sluggish and just out of shape. I talk about the fact that I would cry through some of those early workouts when I first started the 21-day fix, and so that is who I'm talking to. I just share that part of my story. And it's something that you don't want to just throw up a picture just to be throwing up a picture. You want to be intentional and you want to share who you are. So if you don't know that, just stop and just write down kind of how you felt when you started, and share those things in your post, in your daily posts. But we each should have a very specific market that we're looking to attract. And it took me time to get this. It took me time to figure that out. And I'm sure that it will a lot of you guys as well. But once you do, and I think I'm going to do a series on this, on posting with purpose again. I've done it before, but I kind of want to do it again, and give you guys some assignments and some things to dig deeper. But we need to figure that out. So that's the first thing. The second thing is being consistent. Like, you can't post your workout selfie for a week and then stop and expect people to still be following you, to still want to join a challenge group, or to say yes whenever you invite them, because they're not going to know what you're doing. You have to be consistent. You have to, so many times people start posting consistently and then they just stop. They quit because they get frustrated, or they don't see comments, or they don't feel like people are watching. They think people might get annoyed by their posts. Whatever reason it is, they just stop posting. And this is the worst thing to do, okay? And I would love to say that, no, I wouldn't love to say it. I'm proud of the fact that I have consistently posted my workout photo, because, I do it every day. I mean, I honestly do it every day. I mean, of course, I've been sick, or the kids have been sick, or, during the holidays, I may have skipped once or twice, but my coach told me to post it every single day to be proof that the products work, because that's the thing. If people don't see you, if they don't know what you're doing, they don't know that these products work. They don't know that challenge groups work. They don't know that Shakeology tastes good. They don't know that Shakeology curbs your cravings. So, you have to be consistent. And that's how you build trust. People are going to follow you. They're going to trust you. There's so much stuff out there. There's so much like wraps and Thrive and patches and all that kind of stuff. And so what we're doing is it's not mind-blowing. It's just, we work out, we eat clean, we meal plan, we drink our Shakeology, and it's very natural. But people don't want to work for it. And if they see you doing it and sticking with it and being consistent, then they trust you. They trust the products. They trust the process and the challenge group. And also, if you've read Compound Effect, he talks about pumping the well. And I said that, a lot of coaches just stop because they get frustrated, or, maybe they start to compare themselves to other coaches. I know that for a long time I struggled with that really badly. And Melanie kept telling me, just put your blinders on, just be you, and just post. And don't compare your post to somebody else's. Don't look and see how many comments or likes they got and compare it to yours, because you are attracting different people. Your market is different, okay? And so you have to be consistent. You have to put those blinders on, and you have to just do it and be yourself. You cannot compare. If you compare yourself to other people, to other coaches, even on our team, you're going to stop. You're going to get overwhelmed, and you're going to stop. But just tell your story. Just tell your story over and over again. So lots of people ask me, like, how do you have something to say every single morning? How do you have something to post about? And so most of it comes from personal development. If I'm reading my personal development, especially in the beginning, almost every single quote that I put on my workout pictures for like the first 6 months came from the Compound Effect. Like, I would just read something in that book that applied to fitness and applied to the business, and I would just post it on the picture, and I would talk about that. So if you're not doing personal development, you're definitely going to struggle with what to post about. A lot of the stuff that I say comes from my faith. I'm motivated by my faith, by scripture. I talk about that. And honestly, guys, I'm just telling my story over and over every single day. And my story changes. Today it's different than what it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was struggling. Was I going to stick with this? Was I going to be consistent? Now I'm trying to push myself to see what my body can do differently. I want to inspire people. I want to stick with what I'm doing for sure. So just tell your story over and over again, and don't be afraid to repeat yourself, because, if you're adding new contacts every day, you're gaining new followers, new people who are there to hear your story. But don't stop pumping the well before the water even starts to flow. And I do see a lot of coaches do that. They post for a week or two. They don't get a lot of likes or comments, or they start saying, oh, I'm just uncomfortable. But if you stop before the water even starts to flow, then you're not going to go anywhere and you're not going to see results. So, this is it's a learned behavior, this posting thing. Honestly, it was for me, and I know it is for a lot of you guys. So just play with it, be creative. And we're going to talk about that as well. Obviously adding value. Becca, I stole your photo. And inspiring. We're not selling stuff. We're selling our story and a lifestyle. We are selling an opportunity to improve people's life, their health, improve their state of mind. For my challenge groups, they're faith-based. I want to reach people deeper than just the physical level. So my posts, I hope to add value and inspire that way. Number one thing, don't post links. Don't post a link to your 21-day fix challenge pack. Don't post a link to Beachbody. I do post Beachbody links. I don't mean that, like recipes or meal planning tips and stuff like that. But links, I stay away from them. When people see you post a link, they see a sale. They see that you're trying to make a sale. You want to talk about what you're doing. You want to talk about your lifestyle. You want to inspire and add value. And a link doesn't do that. A link is just something for somebody to purchase. So that's one of the biggest mistakes that I see new coaches making is posting links and talking about Beachbody and only talking about, challenge groups and all that, which is what we're doing. We want to do that, but people aren't buying into Beachbody. They're buying into you. So you have to talk about yourself and what you're doing and stay away from links. So I wanted to give you guys kind of a little challenge to take out a sheet of paper or your phone or whatever you have and ask yourself these 3 questions. The first one, what are 3 topics that I'm most passionate about? Okay. And so when I talk about posting 3 to 5 times a day, people are like, what am I going to post about? And so I don't just post about Beachbody. I don't just post about fitness. I do a lot, obviously, because that's one of my things that I'm passionate about. But if you just post about challenge groups and Beachbody and your workout, people are going to get tired of that. So you've got to figure out how this healthy balance of posting about and also like other things help people learn about who you are. And people are watching you and learning about who you are as a person. Okay. So ask yourself these 3 things. The first one, what are 3 topics that I'm most passionate about? The 3 things that would be kind of easy for you to post about. Is it your family? Do you have kids? Do you travel? Becca, you and Jones travel a lot. You do things spontaneously. You guys look like you have so much fun. You're vegan. I'm just using you as an example. And so 3 things that it would be easy for you to talk about. Number 2, what do you want people to know about you? Do you want to share your face? Do you want, if you have a family member or, Dana, I think you might have a child with special needs. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to help people in that way? What are things that you want people to know about you? And the third question is, what is a topic that people ask for your advice on? And that if you just make a list based on those 3 questions, you can come up pretty easily with some things to post about. Obviously giving advice, sharing tips, sharing recipes, sharing pictures of your food. Those are all things that we can do as coaches. But you definitely want to go deeper than that. You want people to know who you are on a deeper level. And so for me, I made a list here. This is not all mine, but, I talk about my faith a lot, my family. we have kids, so I talk about what we do to keep them on track and to try to keep them healthy as well. I love to garden, this summer. I love to garden, so I've been talking about that on my like page. I'm a runner. I enjoy that. We like to go. We like to be outside and do stuff like that with the kids. So, just talk about things that are important to you. And then another thing I wrote on here is check it out. Go back to your page. Look at your posts. Do you feel like some of the things that you threw up there were just thrown up there just to say something, just to post a picture? Or do you feel like that your posts really have value? And if you go back and you look and you're like, oh, my posts are horrible, that doesn't mean you're a bad coach. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing this. That just means that you have something to work on. I can go back and look at my early posts and they're strange. I was trying to figure it all out. And so, you just have to evaluate yourself. And evaluating yourself is not a scary thing. It's a good thing. Just like going for a no is not. You want to share that with our team? Okay. Matt's being silly. But anyway, so your pictures. This one is something, like I said, I'm guilty. My pictures aren't always the best. But just some very simple things to do with your pictures. Are they clear? That's the biggest thing. Can people see you? Can they see your face? Can they tell that it's you? Don't take stock photos and throw them up there. In our Rising Stars group, which is our diamond group, I had a coach in there, and she, not my coach, but another coach, was talking about one of her downline coaches who goes online and she takes pictures of other people working out and posts them as herself. Like, it's crazy. Not that you guys would do that. I don't even think anybody would. I would have never thought to do that. But anyways, obviously they need to be your photos. If you're taking a picture of food, don't take a stock photo from online and post it as yours. This is your life, your story. It needs to be your photos. And so are your pictures clear? Are they your own? That's a big thing. This is Lauren. She's one of our newer coaches, and I love this. This was today. And I liked her picture because obviously that's her. You can see her face. She's doing some crazy workout pose, and that's eye-catching, right? If you saw that, you would stop and look at it, right? And this is, as a new coach, I was not comfortable doing this at all. You would not have found me doing that. Now, I will. But, if you're not comfortable doing something like that, that's okay. But the picture needs to be you. And that's the biggest thing. Add words. People will stop. I've played with this many times. I've posted pictures, even if I was doing something like this, where it was like a funky pose or something like that. It was eye-catching. People will not stop to read your post and like your picture, comment, or anything as much as if it has words on it, okay? And so, whatever it is, whether it's a motivational quote, like in Word Swag, Word Swag has the best quotes in there. And if you don't know how to use that, I can definitely show you how to use that. But Word Swag has some awesome motivational quotes, and it just throws the words up there for you. You just pick the font or the style and the color and all that stuff, and boom, you're done. So Word Swag is an awesome one to put, and people always, I get more likes and comments on photos that I use Word Swag, the quotes from Word Swag, than anything, even more than scripture. People want to read something and be motivated by something, okay? So adding words to your photos is going to make people stop and read your post more than anything. Have fun with it. If you post pictures and you look like you're dead or you're just miserable, people aren't going to want to join you. And for the longest time, I was so uncomfortable. I didn't want to have fun with my photos or act crazy, and if you're not crazy, that's okay, but have fun with it, throw up a picture of your kids working out with you or something like that, but have fun with your photos and don't be afraid to do that. Tell a story. Obviously, I can say that 500 million times, but tell a story with your pictures. And it could be a story about your fitness transformation. It could be a story about your family. It could be a story about, you learning to cook or try new recipes, but tell a story with your photos. Okay. And be yourself. I don't know if this slide, I have one more slide, but be yourself. People buy into you. They don't buy, like I said, they don't buy into Beachbody. They don't buy into the 21 Day Fix. They buy into you as their coach. So be yourself, have fun, get creative. Like I say here, share your faith, Share your fears. People don't want a perfect coach. They don't want a coach who has it all together, who never messes up, who never misses a workout, or who never overeats. They want to follow somebody who is imperfect like everyone else, you know? So have fun with your posts. Be open, be honest, and just share the real stuff. And I just shared some pictures from different things, but, you know, there's a picture of me with Milo. Obviously, that's not a picture perfect picture. I mean, I love my baby, but he's always making silly faces, you know? I shared a picture about my Shakeology, and in that post I can remember, I mean, I talked about how much I love Shakeology and how it keeps me on track, but I also talked about my shoes and my rug because I love those shoes and I love that rug. Okay. The picture in the top corner, I was just making a silly face. I can't remember why. I shared a picture of, you know, some scripture that really was on my heart one Sunday morning. There's Tracy smiling her little heart out. She's so cute. And Christy talking about pants at Target. I mean, none of that stuff, you know, is something that you kind of would expect yourself to share, but people love that stuff. They love it when you share part of your life, part of your story, what makes you you and what makes you unique. And then some keys to success, like I said, scroll stoppers. You want to post an image that, you know, will make people stop and read it. Be bossy. Give you know, when you're talking about your challenge groups or whatever it is, give a clear call to action. Tell people, you know, send me a message, you know, comment below this post. Don't be afraid to ask people to do something in your images. Obviously, add value. Seek inspiration. You know, if you're not comfortable posting like a workout selfie, or you're not sure how to do that, or like what to take a picture of, I mean, go on Pinterest or find some other coaches that inspire you and kind of look at theirs and see what they do and take it. And you may copy some things, but make it your own. And you know, if you're just getting started and you're just overwhelmed by it all, you know, look other places, seek inspiration. You know, I even know that Melanie, my upline, who is the top coach in the whole organization, she said that every night before she goes to bed, she gets online and she looks up workout posts and she kind of gets an idea for what she's going to post about the next day. It could be like she looks for a workout pose, like how to stand or something, or, you know, just maybe some wording or something, but she didn't come up with it all on her own either. So seek inspiration wherever that might be. And don't compare. Please don't compare your post to someone else, because like I said, they don't want a cookie cutter coach. People want people who are real and who are honest and really just sharing their journey. So that is what I have for you guys. Do you have any questions about any of that? Like about how to do photos or add words? You know, Becca, I know you're really good at that. You rock that, and you always have something good to say. But do you have questions about any of that or anything else? Dana, did I overwhelm you?
I'm just laughing, you know, because this is my worst part, but I'm getting better. So,
you know, you're awesome. I think you're great. Seriously, I do. And like, I mean, just the fact that you're not letting fear or anything like that stop you is, I mean, Dana, that's huge, because so many people are too scared to even begin. And I love you for that. So Becca, do you have any words of encouragement for Dana?
Yeah, it took me time, and it's still taking me some time. I'm always trying to figure out if I'm, you know, if my pictures are clear enough or good enough, and just trying to constantly be better at it. But I think it just takes time and more, you know, practice at doing it. You just do it. You just figure it out as you go. And I'm still learning, obviously. And I think one of the things that I probably want to figure out how to do better for myself is just sharing my imperfections and just sharing more of, you know, just things that I struggle with, or not trying to present myself as perfect. I think that I definitely have fears about not seeming perfect, which is so stupid because I know how imperfect I am, and I talk about it all the time.
I think that I struggle with that too. I really do. So no, you're not alone. All right. Dana, do you need help with anything right now?
You know, I'll text you.
Oh, yeah.
When something arises.
Hey, Becca Dana texted me the other day from Logan Steakhouse. she said they've got the 21-day fix on the TV at Logan. Should I stand up and start recruiting people? And I was like, yeah, go for it.
That's great.
That was hilarious. All right. Well, that's all I got, guys. And Becca, I know we're talking tomorrow at 1, so I will see you then. But thanks for showing up. And I'm going to post this recording in the team page and the slides as well, if that will help. And I am planning on doing a Posting with Purpose challenge soon, very soon. So we'll go a little deeper. All right, guys. Well, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Bye.